13 News Weekend with Lauren Baker.
We start with breaking news in Rockford tonight after a second law enforcement shooting takes place this weekend. 1 year ago today, Illinois health officials confirmed the first case of COVID-19 in our state. You're looking right now behind Kristen and James are live at the scene where we have team coverage. But first, we start with breaking news out of Wisconsin, where police and emergency crews are responding to a shooter situation just outside of Green Bay. Let's turn things over to weekend meteorologist Tommy Owens, who has been tracking this snow. And Tommy, from my understanding, this winter storm could pack a punch. I think if I was like 8 years old, I could do it because at 8, I didn't have a phone. So it's like, oh yeah, but now I'm like, TikTok, Netflix, just regular TV. I don't know if I could do it. I like compare it to, you know, other places where it's really hot outside. You can like bake cookies or fry an egg. You can freeze pants here. Like, it's that cold here. 2 years ago today, a McHenry County Sheriff's deputy lost his life in the line of duty. March 7th marks the somber anniversary of the death of Deputy Jacob Keltner. We break into your regular scheduled programming tonight to bring you an update on a mass shooting in Rockford. It's been more than 24 hours since Derek Chauvin was found guilty for killing George Floyd. And while some may still be trying to collect their thoughts on the case, many are asking what comes next. Experts say while they can't tell the future, what they can predict is that some change will come from this trial. New tonight, a couple of Belvedere teachers put down their lesson books and picked up a hammer, all to help out a fellow colleague. You and the 13 weather team have been tracking this snow since Friday, and I think everyone wants to know, how much snow did we get?
From 13 WREX, your weather authority, this is 13 News Weekend.
Casino shooting. Police are on scene of a shooting outside of Green Bay, Wisconsin. We bring you the breaking details. Plus, starting fresh, we show you how a Rockford organization is kicking off their construction season after a year of setbacks. And newborn baby shower, a local animal rehab center gave people the chance to meet some furry friends while raising money. We show you how. But first, we start with breaking news out of Wisconsin, where police and emergency crews are responding to a shooter situation just outside of Green Bay. This video is from Oneida Casino in Ashwaubenon, where witnesses say they heard rapid gunfire. Multiple people were seen running away from the casino. Officers are describing the situation as no longer being active, but they are closing all locations until further notice. Wisconsin authorities have not provided details on any potential deaths, injuries, or the status of the shooter. Meanwhile, here in Rockford, police say a traffic crash is under investigation. This was a scene on Bayless and West State Street just about an hour ago. Right now, details are still limited as to what actually happened or if anyone is hurt. Police have asked people to avoid this area. As soon as we get more information, we'll be sure to let you know. And 2 people were sent to the hospital tonight after being shot in Rockford. RPD tweeted about the shooting just before 7:30, saying it happened in the 4700 block of East Lawn Drive. Police say 2 men were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. This too is also a developing story, and we'll be sure to update you when we get more information. Turning now to weather, it was the perfect day to be outside, and I'm here. We broke some records out there. All right, thank you, Claudia. Spring is the season where a lot of people break out their tool belts for summer projects, and Habitat for Humanity is no different. But as 13 News reporter William Ingalls shows us, the projects have a life-changing impact on people. Habitat for Humanity says it's still looking for volunteers throughout the spring and summer, and says people can sign up on their website if they want to help out. Today, a local wildlife rehab center was able to put a special fundraiser on with the help of some cute furry friends. Volunteers at Hoo Haven's Wildlife Rehabilitation Center hosted a community spring baby shower. People were able to check out newborn animals and learn about them. The event was free, but people were encouraged to bring small baby shower gifts for the newborns, purchase items from the gift shop, or bring a small cash donation. The rehab says it was grateful to be able to host a fundraiser after last year's fundraiser was canceled due to COVID-19. We break into your regular scheduled programming tonight to bring you an update on a mass shooting in Rockford. Just this morning, authorities provided an update on the tragedy at Don Carter Lanes on Saturday that left 3 people dead and 3 others injured. Today, we now know the victims' ages and the name of the suspect in the case. Meanwhile, authorities hunt for clues for why this tragedy happened, say they believe it was random and that the suspect did not know any of the victims. And that suspect is 37-year-old Duke Webb. Rockford Police Chief Dan O'Shea says he is a Florida native, an active military service member in the Army. He was taken into custody last night and has since been charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder and 3 counts of attempted murder. We are also learning more about the victims in last night's shootings. Among those dead are a 73-year-old man, 65-year-old man, and a 69-year-old man. 2 teenagers who were there to pick up carry-out orders were injured. A 14-year-old boy was shot in the face and airlifted to Madison, where he is recovering. A 16-year-old girl was shot in the shoulder and has been released from the hospital. And a 62-year-old man was shot several times and was in surgery overnight. Chief O'Shea says his condition is critical.
From 13 WREX, your weather authority, this is 13 News Weekend.
Breezy Sunday. A wind advisory starts tonight at midnight as breezy winds make their way to the state line. How long they'll stick around. Plus, fatal crash. 1 person is dead after being involved in a head-on collision. Details from officials. And helping those in need, hear how a local parent and teacher organization is trying to help families during the holidays. Good evening and welcome to 13 News Weekend. I'm Lauren Baker. We'll get to those top stories in just a moment, but tonight we start with weather as gusty winds begin to hit the state line. And weekend meteorologist Tommy Owens has joined us. And Tommy, what can we expect from these winds? All right, thank you, Tommy. A head-on collision early this morning leaves 1 person dead. The Winnebago County Sheriff's Department says the crash happened in the 5600 block of North Meridian Road just before 6 a.m. Officials say 2 cars struck each other head-on, causing one of them to catch on fire. The driver of that vehicle died, and the other driver was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. And this comes just 1 day after a man and woman were killed after getting hit by a car. It happened last night on Route 251 in Forest Hills between McChesney Park and Roscoe. Deputies say they were trying to cross the street when they were hit. Details are still limited on this accident, but what we do know is that this was not a hit and run. The investigation is still ongoing. And in positive local news today, dozens of people in the state line got an early start on their Christmas shopping, all while helping others. 13 News reporter William Ingalls shows us how these customers wanted their purchase to have a purpose. Purchase with a Purpose helped raise over $45,000 for international organizations over the last 2 years. A local school parent and teacher organization is helping families get the things they need during the pandemic. Rockton PTO hosted its annual food drive, which collects food for the Old Stone Food Pantry. People were encouraged to drop off things like non-perishable food items at the Rockton Grade School parking lot. With the holiday season just weeks away, the PTO says it wanted to make sure all families could enjoy the holidays this year.